Welcome to my garage. This is my 2008 Lexus LX570 third generation. Today we're changing the front differential oil, and this process should be the same for all third generation LXs. You could see I'm kind of all grimy and sweaty. That's because I just did the rear differential fluid change, and that's why I'm looking so miserable. So today we're gonna do the front. All right, so what we're gonna use today as far as tools are concerned, I have some gloves, paper towels, I have a torque wrench. I have the gaskets, crush washers that are required. I have a transfer pump. The gear oil I'm going to be using is Redline 75W85. I have just a mechanics tool set. We'll see what we need as far as sockets and ratchets. In the bag is my oil drain pan, and I actually have the repair manual instructions here. And the idea is you would fill it within 5 millimeters or flat to the fill hole. Okay. Oil you need is 75W85 GL5 or equivalent. Okay, so the instructions call for removing the engine undercover. That will be this thing. So let's start removing that. That's one. That's two. That's three. That's four. And there's one right up here. Okay, that's five. Here's the front differential up here. Okay, so here's the drain plug, and the fill plug is all the way up there. That's the fill plug. All right, got a bigger 1/2 inch ratchet reduction to my 3/8 bit here. There we go. Leverage. Okay, that's broken loose. Okay, now we're gonna break loose the drain. Again, you want to seat that in all the way in there because you don't want to strip it. Ask me how I know. Holy moly. That took some horsepower to get off there. It's not really a great way to give you a look in here, but just gonna take out the fill bolt or fill plug first, so that'll get rid of any vacuum that might be in there. Okay, it's dripping relatively clear, and now we can bust open the drain plug and get this thing drained. Should be just over 2 quarts of oil in here. That's a lot of oil. It looks relatively clear, a little milky, but not super brown. At least the stream isn't. And then you can kind of see on the magnetic plug, you got a whole bunch of this gross metal jelly. Okay, so while this is finishing dripping here, you'll note that there's a copper washer in here, and this is a part that should be replaced every time. In my case, it got left here inside, so we will pick this out. Looks like it's just oil holding it. It's not really holding out to anything, just a... Oh, there we go. Dropped it in the oil. So you'll need a new one of those on your drain plug. Clean up the magnet before you put it back in. Put your new copper gasket on, and that's sufficiently drained for my liking. So we will reinsert the drain plug and get ready to start pumping some new fluid in here. Okay. I'm not gonna torque it at this point, but just get it tight enough to where I don't have to worry about leaks. All right. So that's been tightened up. We can start prepping to pump new fluid in here. The amount of fluid that's going to go in here is 1.96 to 2.06 US quarts, or 1.85 to 1.95 liters. And this will be 75 W85 GL5 or equivalent gear oil. We're going to use a transfer pump that just drops into the bottle. Tube goes in the hole and you pump away. We're going to do that until we see fluid dripping out of the fill hole, and that's when we know we're done. So we're going to keep our drain pan nearby and ready to catch any of those drippings. I also have cardboard here underneath my car. But other than that, I think we're ready to start pumping. Okay, so we're just double teaming this with my wife. She's doing the pumping, I'm doing the holding. And if you have a transfer pump that's electric, maybe it'll be much easier. We got to pump manually. Like I said, it's just a little bit over 2 quarts here. And first bottle is done. Okay, got a new bottle going. Again, we're doing this until we see fluid dripping out. Almost ready here with the last of it. Sure goes. Hopefully you kind of saw that once it starts really pouring out of here, dripping out in a good strong fashion. That's when we plug it up and we wrap it up. Now it's just a matter of cleaning it up and torquing everything down. The torque values are going to be 39 Newton meters or 29 foot-pounds of torque. Oh, that's interesting. Okay, got my torque range set to 29 foot-pounds. Drain is good. Let's go up to the fill. That one's got more of a crush washer, so I'm gonna crush the washer and then it should torque down. All right. Okay, now we're gonna put the under engine plastic cover back on, and there is an arrow which shows you where the front is. But really, it's the 2 horns with
where the screws go towards the front, and then kind of like this side here will go towards the back. So the side that curves up goes towards the back. And basically he's gonna do the reverse of what he did before. Just gonna put one screw here on the passenger side. Just let it hang. Okay, now it's hanging. Put another screw right here. Again, the pleasure of working on Japanese cars is everything just lines up so nicely. Okay, we got these two. And then we could go back up here and put a couple more in here. Okay. Put one more in here. Alright, gonna recheck by hand just to make sure I'm good with the torque. They feel pretty good. Oh, this one's loose. Okay. That feels pretty good. Okay. That one's good. We are finito. Front differential fluid is changed. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.